5 complete at Fenway, 4-4 Tigers and Red Sox. Tune in tomorrow morning for NESN Sports Desk. Bob Rogers will get you ready to start the day with a review of everything in sports from the night before. So get all the highlight scores and news tomorrow on Sports Desk starting at 5 a.m. on NESN.
We may miss the 5 a.m. show, but we may pick it up later on in the morning.
Speak for yourself, Bob.
Pedro Martinez on the hill as the Tigers bat here in the 6th inning. Bottom third of the order, Andy Tomberlin, Joe Oliver, and Davy Cruz due up. Martinez at 94 pitches as we open the 6th inning. Quickly falls behind Tomberlin 2-0. Martinez definitely has not been the same pitcher the last 2 ball games that we've seen him against the Tigers that he was the first 4 times out in the regular season, as Tomberlin has a good swing on the 2-0 pitch and drives a base hit to right field. Go back to our NESN studios and call in tomorrow's AM host, Bob Rogers. Bob?
I'm a marathon man, Bob. I can handle it. Okay, the Orioles are in big trouble. Going to action tonight, 4.5 games behind the Red Sox, just 2 games over 500, and more trouble tonight. It's Gary DiSarcina, the center. Eric Davis gives it a great shot, but can't handle it. That makes it 2-0. The Anaheim Angels score another one on a sacrifice fly. It's 3-0 in the second.
Those same Anaheim Angels, of course, here at Fenway to open a 2-game series against the Red Sox tomorrow night. Jimmy Williams has come out of the Red Sox dugout. Good conversation with Martinez, but no pitching change.
Well, I think they had just a check on see how Martinez is feeling.
Number 7.
You saw the high pitch count, especially for this stage of the ball game, and certainly Martinez not bringing his A game to the park tonight. Wasn't loosening up for the second time.
But catcher Joe Oliver, who has singled and struck out in his 2 previous at-bats. Big cut there, nothing but air, 1 strike to count. Oliver looks at ball 1.
You know, we got a little spoiled those first couple of games from Martinez. I mean, that's certainly a pace that you cannot maintain. You're going to have days where you struggle. The thing about it, when you're managing a guy like this, you never know when that inning's going to come where it's just going to pop in for him. You know, he's going to get that hot streak.
Joe Oliver lines it to right field. That'll fall safely. Bragg over to cut it off. Tomberlin puts on the brakes at second base, and here comes Detroit again with runners at first and second and nobody out.
And on some nights it just doesn't happen. 2 hits in this game for Oliver, 1 to drive in a run last time. This time a line drive base hit to right field.
All game is tied in the run department. 4 aside. Hits are now even, 9 apiece.
Number 8, the shortstop.
Number 9 man in Buddy Bell's lineup card, shortstop Davy Cruz.
Quite sure he'll be sacrificing in this situation.
Vaughn and Valentin in at the corners. Cruz squares, doesn't offer. Pitch is ruled a ball by Ted Barrett. Pretty good at getting the sacrifice bunt down a year ago. Doesn't offer again, and it's ball 2.
And some hitters, they may switch off on the 2-0 count, but I'd be surprised if they did it with Cruz.
Tomberlin at second, Oliver at first. Cruz awaits the 2-0 pitch, squares again, gets the bunt right out in front of the plate. Hatteberg got a shot at it at third base and nails Tomberlin. Not a good bunt. Didn't get it far enough down that third base line. This had to die in the dirt out in front of the plate, and Hatteberg able to knock down the lead runner, Tomberlin.
Now, the dirt a little softer here at Fenway this season than it has been in the past, and that ball just dies in the dirt. Hatteberg bouncing out from behind the plate and plenty of time to get the lead man at third base.
Ryan Hunter at the plate. Breaking ball wide. Hunter played all 162 for the Tigers last year. Oliver at second base now. Cruz at first with one out. Foul back by Hunter. The count is even, a ball and a strike.
Martinez probably a base hit away from being out of the ball game.
Breaking ball rolled to Valentin at third base. His throw over to Mo Vaughn in time to get the speedy Hunter. The runners move up. Oliver to third and Davy Cruz down to second.
No chance, of course, for a double play on a ground ball like this, and Valentin gets the sure man at first base. Looks like Hunter may be pulling up a lame as he goes across that first base bag. Watching him go back to the dugout, though, he seems to be okay.
Joe Randa at the plate for Detroit. Makes contact in the air to right field, and Bragg able to make the play, and that will retire the side. So the Tigers strand a pair in scoring position as Randa flies out to Bragg in right field. 4-4 here at Fenway after 5.5.
He's gone.
Hello.
Todd Wallace, please.
This is Todd.
Bill, it's Citizens Bank. It's about your home equity loan.
Oh. I just applied. Is everything okay?
Well, you didn't get the amount you asked for.
I knew it.
No, you were approved for $15,000 more.
Really?
Citizens Bank. Quick turnaround and the not-so-typical habit of trying to give you more than you asked for. Citizens Bank.
Hey, go work for me, kid. Thanks.
Slow-crafted Sam Adams. All in due time.
And there's a sliding ball, base hit. Side run is in. Here comes the go-ahead, and Nixon, and the White Sox win.
The road to Boston goes through Pawtucket. The Paw Sox host the Richmond Braves Saturday, May 9th, live at 1.
5.5 completed Fenway. We're all tied at 4. Summer's almost here, so why not bring your whole family or group out to Fenway for some fun? Tomorrow, Sunday, May 6th and May 17th, to one of the family games. Tomorrow's game against the Angels, Sunday against Texas. Call the Sox ticket office at 617-267-1700.
Bryce Flores did a nice job since coming over. Got the big double play to end the 4th inning. It's to scoreless 5th and is working to the Red Sox here in the 6th inning now.
Number 10, the catcher, Scott
Hatteberg, Darren Bragg, and Darren Lewis coming up for the Red Sox. Activity down in the bullpen for the Sox. So Pedro Martinez may be done here after 6 innings of work. So Martinez talking with Joe Kerrigan in the dugout between innings. Ryan Schaus, the left-hander, warming in the pen. Scott Hatteberg with a fly ball. And the catch by the right fielder Higgins, and the wind that was blowing real strongly out to right field from left field earlier in the ball game. That's no longer the case. So that fly ball off the bat of Hatteberg did not get any help, and Higgins was able to make the play. One out.
Fielder, Darren Bragg.
Aaron Bragg takes a called strike. Frank Castillo started for the Tigers, worked 3 1/3 innings. Sox knocked him out with 3 runs in the 4th. Bryce Flory has done a nice job since taking over. Now has Bragg down 0-2.
Wow, that ball looked to be just a bit low, but Ted Barrett, pretty much a pitcher's umpire from the games that we've seen him work.
Joe Randa at third base. Randa to Clark, 2 away. Mentioned that Joe Kerrigan was talking with Pedro between innings.
Yeah, a little pep talk from Joe Kerrigan, probably telling Pedro, look, the night's over. You got a lot more starts this year. You're up over 100 pitches. Hopefully we can get you a run this inning and maybe you can come away with a win in this one, but 2 quick outs. Flory's done a nice job, hasn't he?
Working on his 2nd straight scoreless inning. His big contribution was that double play ball. He came in with the bases loaded and 1 out in the 4th inning. Sox up at the time 4-3. Had Garcia Parra at the plate. Got Nomar to ground to Rand at third, who stepped on the bag and was able to complete the double play and put an end to the Red Sox scoring. He's now trying to complete his 2nd straight scoreless inning. We're 2 1/3 to this point. Tigers have not been getting much help from the bullpen, at least in the games that they played against the Red Sox. Three and 1 the count. Missed at the knees, ball 4. So Lewis reaches with 2 gone.
Lewis with 3 stolen bases. He's been caught a couple of times. Oliver, to this point in the season, I was just checking on the stat sheet as far as his numbers throwing base runners out. 2 of 8 he's thrown out this season.
Mark Lemke at the plate. Ground ball to first base. Tony Clark will make the play unassisted and will close out the Red Sox in the 6th. So this ball game moves to the late innings, tied 4-4.
For your sports news and information, shoot for the Nesson hat trick. For sports news and highlights each morning, catch Nesson Sports Desk. Our sportscast, your schedule, 7 days a week. For New England's only sports magazine show, nothing gets you closer than the front row. Weeknights at 5, weekends at 6. For a complete look at the world of sports, it's Fox Sports News. Weeknights at 6:30 and 10, weekends at 10. You're sure to score with the Nesson hat trick.
It's wall-to-wall baseball in May on Nesson. The Red Sox have 13 games, starting with the Rangers on the 2nd at 1. The Minnesota Twins come to town for 2 on the 5th and 6th at 7. The Sox head to Texas to take on the Rangers on the 11th at 8:30 and the 12th at 2:30. The Sox then head up north to visit Minnesota on the 13th at 8 and a 1:15 getaway start on the 14th. The Royals visit Fenway on the 17th at 1, and the homestand continues with the White Sox on the 19th and 20th at 7. The Yankees come to town on the 23rd at 1, and the Toronto Blue Jays make their first trip to Fenway on the 26th at 7. The Sox head to the Bronx on the 28th at 7:30 to battle the Yankees. Fox Baseball Thursday has the best of the bigs with 4 games from around the majors. Nothing gets you closer to the Red Sox than the front row. And keep up with the Sox and the rest of the majors on Sports Desk every morning. Go deep with Nesson in May.
6 complete from Fenway. We're all tied at 4. Tune in to Nesson Thursday at 7 p.m. for Fox Thursday Night Baseball. Mike Piazza and the Dodgers will be in Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. That's Fox Thursday Night Baseball only on Nesson.
As we speculated, Pedro Martinez leaves the ball game after 6 innings, and Brian Schaus is first up for Jimmy Williams out of the pen.
This will be his 4th appearance for the Red Sox. He worked in the ball game last night against the Tigers. 1 inning, 1 walk in that ball game.
the first baseman, Tony Clark.
Missing a switch hitter, Clark, who will turn around and bat from the right side, and then a couple of left-handed hitters, Higginson and Gonzalez, to follow. Pedro tonight goes 6 innings for the Sox, gives up 4 runs, 9 hits, struck out 6 and walked 2, and again, for the 4th time this year in 6 outings, will have no decision. Pedro won on opening night against the A's. He won on April the 11th here at Fenway against the Indians. Those are his 2 wins. 4 decisions, or 4 no decisions in his other starts. Tony Clark fouls it down the right field line, 0-2.
What did I tell you about those luxury boxes, Bob?
Didn't make the play again, huh? Should have been paying attention.
Should be embarrassed. Too much luxury in the luxury boxes.
Joust busting Clark inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Although I must say, I wish I had one.
I wish I was down there. Yeah, sounds good. Clark fouls it back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jim Corsi in the bullpen for the Red Sox. Asking Jimmy Williams before the game, anybody unavailable, and he said just Derek Lowe would not be available for the ball game tonight. Otherwise, the cast is all set. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A nice meeting before the game. They were taping it for a show in Detroit. It was a pretty good idea and a pretty good get-together. Kirk Gibson talking with Dennis Eckersley. He, of course, had that Gibson had that famous home run off the Yek in 1988 while Gibson was with the Dodgers and Eckersley was with the A's, but they put on quite a show and were reminiscing as Clark at the plate here as the count of 3-2.
Yeah, I'll bet Eck was all tickled about doing that. There's Kirk Gibson, first year as a analyst for the Detroit Tigers.
It wasn't just on the home run. Obviously that came up, but they were talking about their days in baseball, this, that, and the other.
Well, you think that feature would have been there had he not hit the home run off him?
Probably not.
Right.
2 are linked forever. As Clark draws a leadoff walk here in the 7th inning. Let's go to our NESN studios. Call in Bob Rogers.
All right, Bob, the 2 hottest teams in baseball are in the American League East, of course. The Red Sox are one, and the Yankees are the other. Didn't see it, but trust me, that was Tino Martinez with a base hit into left, and the Yankees are ahead again. It's 1-0. They have won 14 of 15.
And in their abbreviated home schedule, I see they're unbeaten. Bobby Higginson at the plate here for Detroit. 1 ball, no strikes as Schaus having some difficulties here in the 7th.
Well, he's probably in here for 2 more hitters. Higginson and Gonzalez, both left-handed hitters. Then you get to Easley, and that's when you may see Corsi in the ballgame.
2-0 the count. Crowd getting restless here at Fenway.
That takes away his advantage against that left-handed hitter when you fall behind 2-0. Now Higginson can just sit on the fastball.
Ripped to first, and Vaughn not able to get the tag on Clark, who just does get back. Almost an instant 2 there for the Red Sox.
And Mo holding the runner on first base. A couple of Crowhawk steps when the pitch is going in. And here comes the line drive. It's going to be a race between Mo and Clark will just barely get the hand back in. And lucky he didn't get stepped on by Vaughn. Love Dog.
So the number 3 on Vaughn's cap for Jeff Fry, who was injured in spring training. And good to see Tim Naring in the clubhouse for the Red Sox tonight. I know you had a chance to talk to him, Jerry.
Having more surgery on Thursday on that right elbow. I guess they're going to go in and try to get rid of some of that scar tissue. He's having a real problem bending it. Get full extension with the elbow, bending it back up towards his neck. So I guess they're going to try to clean that out some and see how it goes from there.
He was happy to get out of Fort Myers. The pitch is down low.
Actually, he bought a home down in Fort Myers. He did. And,
he really did?
Yes, in the time that he's spent down there. And he's glad to be back up here for a while, but unfortunately has to have more work done on Thursday. hopefully for him, when they do clean out some of that scar tissue, maybe that'll make a world of difference for him.
Can only hope for the best. Certainly deserving of it. Clark gets the lead off the bag. Here's the 3-0 pitch. In for a called strike on Gonzalez. Fouled behind the plate. I took the mask off of the plate umpire, Ted Barrett.
Wasn't Ted Barrett at one time a boxer?
I don't know, but I could look it up.
I think that's in his background, so that would be like a right hook or something, and doesn't even phase him. They have little bios on all the umpires.
Oh, yeah. Foul back. Well, he worked in. That's the wrong one. We're looking at Larry Barnett.
You're looking at the crew chiefs. He's not a crew chief yet.
Fly ball left field. Roy O'Leary right over at the wall, but that's back in the crowd.
He's one of the umpires that are called to fill in when other guys are on vacation. Ted Barrett, Ed Hitchcock, Brian O'Nora, and Fielding Colbreth, but they don't have a bio on him. But I thought I heard somewhere in the past where he had some boxing experience.
Well, he took that one like a pro.
Right.
And Kaiser, of course, a former professional wrestler. Round ball up the middle, base hit. Tony Clark stopping at second base as Lewis up with the ball in a hurry, and the Tigers have runners at first and second, 1 out.
That's going to bring Jimmy Williams out now that he's through the left-handers. Not exactly what Jimmy had hoped for. The leadoff walk. Higginson hitting a hard line drive that almost turned into a double play, and then another base hit by a lefty. So when you have those left-handed specialists coming in out of the bullpen, you need them to get the lefties out.
Schaus departs and Corsi comes on. Will depart, take a commercial break, and we're back with more baseball from Fenway right after this.
Hey, Red Sox fans, why not bring your company, family, or group to friendly Fenway and see the 1998 Red Sox? The Red Sox look to showcase their new talent and returning players for the 1998 season. Come see Cy Young Award-winning pitcher Pedro Martinez, along with infielders Nomar Garcia-Parra, John Valentin, and Mo Vaughn. For details on discount programs for groups of 40 and more, call the group sales office at 617-262-1915. Red Sox baseball. What a game.
It's a go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
top of the 7th. We're tied at 4, but the Tigers doing some damage here in the top of the 7th. Fans around the world can now log on to www.redsox.com, the official website of the Boston Red Sox. This easy to navigate Red Sox homepage offers fans the ease of purchasing tickets online and is your first source of breaking news, history, and information on one of the greatest sports franchises in history. Red Sox baseball, what a game.
Back and forth game here tonight. It's 4-4, the Sox and Tigers, as Jim Corsi gets the call.
Appearance number 10 for Corsi. His last outing was against Cleveland. Pitched an inning and a third in that game. 3 hits and 1 run. Had a strikeout. Sox are 8-1 in the 9 appearances that he's made so far this season. So, of course, a bit of a good luck charm for the Red Sox.
Works Saturday, as you see there, against Cleveland, as Jerry mentioned. You know, Martinez for 6. Brian Schaus had a tough third of an inning. Actually, was very fortunate. First and third here with 1 out.
It's like the battlefield or something down there, right? It's like the tanks down in Desert Storm as they were surrounding around to get Saddam's troops.
The Tigers feel like Saddam's troops the way things have gone this year.
said I might be watching the ball game tonight. Big fan of Nesson.
Never know. Never know where it goes when it gets up there, huh?
One of his bunkers.
Well, I hope he pays his subscription.
The second base.
Oh yeah, right.
Damian Easley.
Damian Easley stepping in here for the Tigers. First and second, one out. Easley has been a thorn in the Red Sox side here in the early part of the season. Of course, a single ball pitcher. Love to see something on the ground. An instant double play and an end of the inning. As mentioned, the Tigers have hit into only 6 double plays this year. That's by far the lowest figure in the American League. And a called strike here on Easley. Clark is the runner at second. Luis Gonzalez at first. One out here in the Tiger half, the 7th. That's sliced into the roof boxes and boxed. 0-2. Clark opened the inning with the walk. Higginson, the vicious line drive to first. Clark able to scramble back. Then the base hit by Gonzalez. As Detroit threatening here in the top of the 7th. Ball 2. 2-2 now on Easley. Easley has a double in his 3 trips tonight. The foul back behind the plate. That keeps the count stuck at 2-2. Of course, the Red Sox have seen a lot of the Tigers here the last 2 weeks, but following this game, Sox will not see Detroit again until the middle of July after the All-Star break. Strange how the schedule goes these days. You get them at home and you get them on the road real quickly. It seems like in about a 10-day span, and you go a couple of months or more without seeing the same team. As that one buzzes Easley right under the chin. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Up and in with the fastball on the 2-2 count. And Easley bending back out of the way.
Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Easley down on strikes. A double play, but of course he gets the strikeout.
Corsi going to the breaking ball on the 3-2 count to get the strikeout.
Number
Think
30,
of course he's a single ball pitcher trying to get the ground ball. He goes to the curveball and gets the strikeout to the first batter he faced. He fouled that up and in fastball with the curveball and got the out.
Works to the left-handed hitting Andy Tomberlin, the DH, and he swings and misses. Tomberlin played for the Red Sox briefly back in 1994. Recently called up from Toledo. Pete Incaviglia being given his walking papers. Tomberlin, line drive, base hit, left center field. Tony Clark rounds third. He heads home. Tigers have the lead again as Tomberlin comes through against his former team. It's 5-4 Detroit.
Now, you know, we talked about Incaviglia being released by the Tigers. I think Tomberlin's going to provide them with a lot more offense than Incaviglia would. Being the left-handed hitter, picks up the RBI single here. He's got 2 hits tonight, plus the intentional walk. Had a hit in the ball game last night. And the Tigers take the 1-run lead.
Another role, the role that Incaviglia filled for a while, was occupied, you recall, by Bob Hamlin last year, who has Going to the Brewers now in the National League. Joe Oliver with a foul fly, which will reach the seats. Talked with Larry Sorensen, the Tiger broadcaster, before the game, and the theory was in Detroit this year to get Tigers had struck out a lot. They sacrificed the power. They got rid of some of the power hitters, cut down on some of the strikeouts. One of the guys like Tomberlin, who made more contact.
You know, I'm surprised you talk so much to the other broadcasters. There's a fraternizing rule, you know, not only for players but also for broadcasters.
Yeah, but Larry's a good guy.
Doesn't matter.
Foul back. Well, you're smoozing with Tony Tavares out in Anaheim. Well, he's not a broadcaster. That's right.
He owns the club. You always talk to those people.
That's right. You got me on that one.
You never know when you might need a job.
Oliver down here to Corsi. 0-2. One ball, 2 strikes.
Well, Oliver's been a tough out tonight. After the strikeout back in the second, base hit to drive in a run. 2 hits off Martinez tonight. Took a throw to first base.
Nice stop by Hatteberg, who made the appeal there to the first base umpire, Don Denkinger. Well, the hitter didn't go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul back by Oliver at first base. Tomberlin was off with the pitch. Tigers have Gonzalez at third, Tomberlin at first. 2 going here, top of the 7th inning. Then Corsi working to Joe Oliver with a count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tomberlin holds this time. Strike 3 called. They get Oliver on strikes to end the top of the 7th. So 7th inning stretch time here at Fenway Park. Tigers have taken the lead over the Sox 5-4.
Do you believe man was meant to fly? We do.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away.
Mobile, where everything we do lets you take wing.
I believe I can fly.
The ultimate Derek Jeter dream day. First you call a girl. Tell her that you're preparing a perfect candlelight dinner for her. I throw in some R&B. I can't cook, so I'll order some food. Tell them to give me the works and put it on my Discover card. Splash on a little cologne. Throw on your apron. The Discover card cashback bonus is the icing on the cake. What else would she want to do but to watch highlights of us winning the World Series in 1996?
It pays to Discover. To apply, call 1-800-IT-PAYS-2. Accepted where you see the Novus sign.
Touchdown, Boston. It's a go.
Seventh inning stretch at Fenway. It's a 5-4 Tiger lead. The Red Sox host Juan Gonzalez and the Texas Rangers in a weekend series Friday, May 1st through Sunday, May 3rd. Call the Sox ticket office at 617-267-1700. Bob, you mentioned Seeley be pitching on Friday. I would guess that Rick Helling would probably pitch the Saturday game, and he's also off to a terrific start for the Texas Rangers.
Our first look at the Rangers as they come through town on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Bryce Flory takes to the mound here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, and the way things have gone around Fenway here the first month of the season, the Sox have the Tigers right where they want them, in the lead. Who will be the hero for the Red Sox tonight? Top of the order, Nomar Garcia-Parra leading off. As we get underway, bottom of the 7th inning, Garcia-Parra chops it to third. Joe Randa makes the play over to Tony Clark, 1 out. And let's go to our NESN studios and call in Bob Rogers.
All right, guys, those last place Blue Jays trying to help the Red Sox out against those Yankees. Bases loaded for Tony Fernandez, and he goes with a pitch, finds the gap in left center field, and guess what? The bases will be cleared. 3 runs come in, Jose Canseco, Darren Fletcher, and Ed Sprague. The Blue Jays have come back. They are ahead now 3-1 in the 3rd inning against the Yankees.
Yankees trailing in New York. The Red Sox down a run to the Tigers here at Fenway Park. John Valentin takes a called strike. Crowd at Fenway waiting for the Red Sox to do it one more time. Top down the third baseline foul, 0-2. Mentioned last inning, bears repeating here in the 7th. Bryce Flory has done a heck of a job for the Tigers. He's really picked them up out of the bullpen tonight. He has now worked 3 scoreless innings. Count is even on Valentin. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bryce Flory, a native of Charleston, South Carolina, now makes his home in a town called Goose Creek. Valentin fouls it back our way. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Flory pitched last year, as you know, with the Milwaukee Brewers, but before that was with San Diego Padres. And Randy Smith was the general manager out there. It seems that one half of the Tiger Ball Club came from San Diego and the other from Houston. The Tigers have made a number of trades with the Astros in the last couple of years. Fly ball, shallow center field. Out goes the second baseman easily, called off by the center fielder Brian Hunter. Coming in to make the catch, 2 away. Well, 1-0. The Caps have the lead over the Bruins. Apparently Washington scored their goal with nobody in the crease down there. They lead the series 2-1. 1-1 at the Fleet Center. The roar here is for Mo Vaughn coming to the plate. Been a big night for Mo.
And Buddy Bell going out to the mound now with all the lefties coming up. He's had a lefty loosening since the beginning of the inning in their bullpen.
That's Roberto Duran. The other lefty, Runyon, really had a tough night last night. Those are the 2 left-handers in the Tiger bullpen. Sean Runyon and Roberto Duran. Going to stick with Bryce Flory here. The bases are empty. Vaughn batting with the bases empty, 2 outs here. His last at bat in the 5th inning, batted with the bases empty and 1 out, and he led off the 4th inning. Davy Cruz at short. Cruz to Clark, and that retires the side. Red Sox go 1-2-3 in the 7th. So to the 8th we go. Detroit still leads the Sox by 1.
When you fly those other guys out of Logan, you can kiss your money goodbye. But when you fly Southwest Airlines out of Manchester or Providence, you pay only $39 to Baltimore Washington International. So forget Logan and fly Southwest Airlines to BWI. It'll save you a lot of money.
You are now free to move about the country.
Nobody does it like you, the way that you do. Nobody's got the power to please.
Hoover Steam Vac Ultra has 5 rotating brushes. Plus, it has a powered hand tool with 2 more brushes. It cleans like a whole crew of professionals. So, you know, there's really no comparison. Steam Vac Ultra.
Does it like you?
It is a departure. It is an arrival. It is the all-new Chrysler Concorde LXI. Remarkable comfort, exhilarating performance, inspired styling. Chrysler Concorde, built on the belief that great cars appeal to a more passionate side. Chrysler, engineered to be great cars. Lease an all-new Chrysler Concorde LX for just $309 a month.
7 complete from Fenway, a 5-4 Tiger lead. This copyrighted program is brought to you under paid cable TV rights granted by the Boston Red Sox solely for entertainment of our viewing audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the written consent of the New England Sports Network and the Boston Red Sox is prohibited.
Usually the innings worth taping and keeping are the ones coming up for the Sox. It's been in the late innings. They're down here by a run. 5-4 as the Tigers bat in the 8th. Jim Corsi continues on the mound. Davey Cruz leads off for Detroit, the number 9 hitter, then back to the top of the order. And Pedro Martinez, Brian Schaus, and Jim Corsi tonight for the Red Sox. Corsi getting the final 2 outs of the 7th inning. Cruz looks at strike 1 as we get underway in the 8th. Two strikes on Cruz. Nomar can't get high enough, and that's a base hit into left field. Garciaparra saw it coming on the line drive, got as high in the air as he could, but could not pull it down, and Cruz has a leadoff single here in the 8th.
And of course, he's taking himself now an 0-2 count on the number 9 hitter in the lineup, and too good a pitch for 0-2. Cruz with the base hit. Garciaparra will go as high as he possibly can, but can't quite make the play.
Every Tiger now has a base hit with the exception of the number 2 man, Joe Randa. Tigers have 10. They've out hit the Sox 10-9. They've got the lead on the scoreboard 5-4. Actually, they've out hit the Sox 12-9, I should say. Brian Hunter has one of those 12 Detroit hits. It was a 2-bagger back in the 3rd inning.
Let's see if Buddy Bell plays for one more run with the sacrifice, or goes for the big inning.
John Valentin in on the infield grass at 3rd base. Mo Vaughn, of course, holding with Davey Cruz over at 1st.
Well, on that throw to first base, Hunter did square around like he was going to bunt, but of course that could be a deke, knowing that Corsi was going to first base. Try to draw Valentin in a little bit closer.
No indication of bunt there. 1 ball, no strikes. Rips this one deep to left field. It's well tagged and gone. A home run for Brian Hunter. Well, instead of laying down the sacrifice bunt, he blasted 2-run home run and gives Detroit 2 more runs to provide a cushion of now 7-4 for the Detroit bullpen. Not much doubt about that one.
Number 3 on the season for Brian Hunter. And a big one here late in the ball game. Fastball inside. He sees Hunter slightly with a bail at front foot down that third base line, and that works right into his power. You got nothing to lose, right? You're having a tough time with your team. Instead of playing for that one more run, go for it all, and they got it all on that one swing.
Joe Randa, first ball hitting, pops it foul. Here comes Scott Hatteberg over. Hatteberg makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Randa out and a pop foul to Hatteberg.
The first baseman, Tony Clark.
Tony Clark is the Tiger hitter. A couple of strikeouts, swinging in the first, called in the third, a base hit to left in the 5th inning, and then walked and scored a run in the 7th. 7 runs, 13 hits for the visitors. 4 runs, 9 hits for the Old Town team. As Steve Avery loosens in the bullpen for the Red Sox. Fouled at the plate. 2-1 on Clark.
Of course, he's now allowed 3 home runs on the season, which was a high total for him at this early. Usually Corsi, when effective, has the ball down, gets a lot of ground ball outs.
Foul fly down the left field line. You can see with the crowd here, even though the Red Sox are down by 3 runs, they are trained now to stay long. You don't know what's going to happen in the bottom half of the 8th and bottom half of the 9th inning. The Tigers would blow this one. I would imagine Buddy Bell would be beside himself. Floyd has the lead. 7-4 as Tony Clark will take a seat. Of course, he picks up the strikeout, his 3rd.
Number 4.
It's the 3rd time now that, as you mentioned, Bob Clark has struck out. That gives him 25 now on the season. Moves him up to 2nd in the league in that category.
Base is empty. 2 outs. Here's Bobby Higginson. Higginson gave Detroit its first run of the night with a home run off Pedro Martinez, leading off the 2nd inning. Since then, he's flied to center, singled to right, and lined out to move on at first base.
He's had a good night at the plate. He's at everything hard, all 4 at bats.
And ball, 1 strike. Of course, he missed inside again as the count goes to 2-1. Ground ball, right side. This is Lemke at 2nd base, over to Mo Vaughn. So that retires the side, but the Tigers get 2 big runs on the home run by Hunter. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. The Sox trailing by 3.
Hey, don't work too late, kid.
Thanks.
Slow-crafted Sam Adams. All in due time.
Hi, it's Paul Revere. The British are coming.
For reliable nationwide coverage, get Cellular One.
Hi, it's Paul. The British are coming.
We've led the way in wireless phone service from the start. But just think if we'd gotten it to you sooner.
Hi, it's John Adams. I'm not here, so please leave a message.
John, it's Paul. Pick up. It's important.
engineers gave it the largest interior in its class. They made room for the biggest engine available and specified a long wheelbase. But here's a surprise. It turns in a really small circle, which makes Dodge Dakota just as nimble as the people who created it. Dodge Dakota. It's full of surprises.
Back here at Fenway, Sox down by 3 as they come to the plate here. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Check our game summary. Hunter with a double, a home run, a couple of runs knocked in today. Fleury has done a great job out of the bullpen for the Tigers, and he'll continue here in the 8th inning. Pedro Martinez off of it tonight. 6 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, 6 strikeouts. He will be no decision in this one. Tigers take a 3-run lead to the bottom half of the 8th inning. The question is, how long can Bryce Fleury go? He has worked 3 2/3 to this point. Reggie Jefferson leads off here in the Red Sox 8th inning. Fly ball left field. Luis Gonzalez is there to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out, and we'll head downstairs and call in Bob Rogers. Bob?
All right, guys. Well, the Anaheim Angels are at it again. Cecil Fielder off to a slow start this season, but he gets into this pitch, tags his 2nd home run of the year, takes no time to get out. The Orioles are down big now, 6-0 in the 5th.
Well, Angels have won 5 straight games. Looks like they are heating up, and Cecil is heating up just in time to come to Fenway. He will be here tomorrow night. Sox have work to do tonight, down by 3. And I know you sit here and you know they can't continue, Jerry, to do it night after night after night, keep coming from behind in the late innings. You can't help but sit here and wonder, can they do it one more time here? If the ball gets away from Clark, over to Fleury covering in time to get O'Leary. It has been an incredible run for the Red Sox.
Well, certainly they believe they can do it because they've done it so often so far this season, but they are running out of time. Only 4 more outs in that 3-run lead by the Tigers. Little bobble by Tony Clark, and make that underhand flip to Fleury to first base, and they get the 2nd out. He has been the MVP for the Tigers in this game.
Two outs here in the 8th inning. Scott Hatteberg bats. Takes one up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball. That's fair. Here come the Red Sox in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hatteberg goes for 2. Higginson's got a tremendous arm, but it's off the line just a hair, which enables Hatteberg to scoot into second base safely. A 2-out double for Scott Hatteberg.
Not fair by very much. Right over that first base bag by Tony Clark, and a nice job here by Higginson. Gets the good carom off the wall, and he throws a bullet to second, but it's going to be to the shortstop side, and just in safely is Hatteberg. He made that play very close at second base.
It's the Red Sox 2nd hit off Fleury, their first since the 5th inning. That one's blocked by Oliver behind the plate. 1-0 on Darren Bragg.
That's how important it is to get that leading lady in the inning, get that out. Then he got the 2 outs. So even though the Red Sox come up with a double, tough to do a lot of damage with the 2 outs in the inning.
Fleury's gone a long way in this one now, 4 1/3. Missing to Bragg as he falls behind 2-0.
The more guys you put on now, the better chance you have to get back to the meat part of the batting order. Valentin, Vaughn and company.
Quickly out comes Rick Adair out of that Tiger dugout. Jones the right-hander, Duran the left-hander in the Tiger bullpen. Been a long outing for Bryce Fleury as Buddy Bell looks on from the Detroit dugout. Hatteberg at second, courtesy of his 2-out double. Bragg awaits the 2-0 pitch. Caught the inside corner for a strike.
Taken all the way there too. make him throw a strike. You've got the potential tying run on deck. Red Sox need another base runner.
Inside, ball 3. Way inside, ball 4. The tying run will come to the plate. And this be happening again. Buddy Bell coming out, so that'll be all for Bryce Flory. Darren Lewis is due up for the Red Sox, who also have Benjamin Leyritz Buford from the right side, Midray Cummings from the left side. Midray Cummings, the Tiger killer, lurking in that dugout someplace, and Jason Varitek, the switch hitter, available to Jimmy Williams. So that'll be all for Bryce Flory. Back with the conclusion of the bottom of the 8th inning right after this.
Check out the easiest way to purchase Red Sox tickets through the new Touchstone ticketing system by dialing 617-482-4SOX. This friendly system provides fans with the fastest, safest, and most convenient way to purchase Red Sox tickets. It gives you access to the game's oldest and most traditional ballpark through cutting-edge technology. Touchstone ticketing is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from any Touchstone phone. Credit cards only.
The road to Boston goes through Pawtucket. The Paw Sox host the Richmond Braves Saturday, May 9th, live at 1.
Back here at Fenway Park, the drama continues. 7-4. The Tigers lead the Red Sox, but the Sox have 2 on with 2 outs. Angels and their winning streak perhaps intact arrive here tomorrow night. 6 o'clock game time. Tim Wakefield matched up against Alan Watson. We'll have it for you at 6 right here on NESN. Tigers have gone to the bullpen. It's the right-hander Todd Jones taking over.
2 saves on the season for Jones, 2 for 3 in that department. Last time he worked was against the Red Sox, and of course that was the dramatic comeback win by the Red Sox in Detroit. He worked 2/3 of an inning, 4 hits and 3 runs, and 2 walks and 1 strikeout in that game. He's got 10 strikeouts on the season in 7 2/3 innings.
Well, he gave up that home run to Midray Cummings in Detroit, and it'll be Cummings that'll be coming on as a pinch hitter for Darren Lewis. Lewis in being lifted here for Midray Cummings, who has had 2 at-bats against the Tigers in a pinch-hitting role and has hit 2 home runs. The one off Jones, and, of course, the one here last night. This is the one last night. Midray Cummings, a home run to tie the ball game off the left-hander Sean Runyon. Rocks it out into the bullpen, caught by Scott Hatteberg. So here comes Midray Cummings again. He put one in the upper deck in Detroit off of Jones to win the ball game last Wednesday night. Up high, 1 ball and no strikes on the pinch hitter, Midray Cummings.
See a lot of fastballs from Jones. He's a hard thrower.
Balls behind 2-0. Crowd here at Fenway roaring on every pitch. Jim Leyritz loosening in the dugout. Maybe the pinch hit for Lemke. We'll wait and see. Cummings, a line drive, base hit right field. Wendell Kim now will be waving home. Scott Hatteberg, the throw will go into the infield. Cummings comes through again, this time with a pinch hit single to right field to score Hatteberg, and it's 7-5. Bragg stops at second.
Now, one thing we've seen from Cummings, he is a very good fastball hitter. Last night it was a fastball for a home run. Now a 2-0 fastball from Todd Jones, and he picks up the 2-out base hit to get the Red Sox within 2. Boy, he's been tough in that pinch hitting role, hasn't he?
Now batting for Lewinsky. Number 31, Jim Lewis.
Now you saw Leyritz warming up in the dugout. Leyritz now will come on and pinch hit. His buddy Bell sweats out another one over in the Tiger dugout. Red Sox trying to do it one more time here for the Fenway faithful. One ball, no strikes. I don't think one fan has left the ballpark. Comes Buddy Bell with Nomar Garciaparra making his way to the plate for the Red Sox.
Fans here at Fenway becoming the 10th man for the Red Sox team.
You know, this is in addition to Martinez. This is what they came to see tonight.
Well, when they don't start showing up to like the 7th inning, that's when they got a problem.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please for the Red Sox. Now running for Leyritz at first base, number 28, Mike Benjamin.
Mike Benjamin into the ball game. He will pinch run for Leyritz at first.
Number 5, the shortstop.
Benjamin pinch running. Nomar Garciaparra at the plate. Garciaparra came up with the bases loaded and one out back in the 4th inning and grounded into a double play. Nomar against Jones. Up high, 1 ball, no strikes.
Omar is way overdue. Tough night tonight and had this situation before.
Had the big game-winning home run in the bottom of the 8th inning on the first homestand against the Oakland A's. Ground ball to third again. Here's Randa going down to second in time for the force out on Benjamin. The Red Sox leave the bases loaded. They do get a run, and they're down by 2 now, 7-5 as we head to the 9th.
$2.99 a month on the Ford Explorer Sport. That'll make you happy. Ford Explorer Sport, nicely equipped with aluminum wheels, CD player, a special sports appearance, and a whole lot more. And for only $2.99 a month for 24 months, well, that makes everyone happy. But it's only for a limited time. $2.99 a month on Ford Explorer Sport. Only from your New England Ford dealer.
Nobody does it like you.
To deep clean your carpet and upholstery, you can get a Hoover Steam Vac Ultra and pay once. Or pay these guys
Nobody
every time.
does it like you.
NESN's exclusive coverage of Boston Red Sox baseball has been brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places and do things you never thought possible. Fly Southwest Airlines. By Citizens Bank, not your typical bank. By Mobile, introducing the fastest way to get gas. Mobile Speed Pass. It's free and it's only at Mobile. By Priority Mail from the U.S. Postal Service. We deliver. And by Cellular One, the wireless phone company. Well, we have made our way to the top half of the 9th inning. The Red Sox leaving the bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th, still down by 2 runs. Some defensive changes for the Sox here before the Tigers bat in the 9th. Ray Cummings inserted as a pinch hitter, stays in the ball game. He is in right field. Aaron Bragg shifts to center, and taking over on the mound will be John Wasden.
When the Red Sox got the run in the 8th, Wasden started to loosen up. It looked like it might have been Avery, but it remained a 3-run ball game. Then when they got the run, Wasden got the call in the bullpen. Last time he worked was against Cleveland. Came in the 8th inning, retired the only batter he faced in that ball game. See the 7 strikeouts in 7 innings for Wasden, making his 8th appearance overall.
Well, the Red Sox made a run at him again in the bottom half of the 8th inning, leaving the sacks full. But did get 1 run, and now John Wasden will try and keep this a 2-run game with John Valentin, Mo Vaughn, and Reggie Jefferson due up in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Luis Gonzalez.
Luis Gonzalez leads off for Detroit. Damian Easley, Andy Tomberlin to follow. Couple of base knocks, a sac fly, and a walk for Gonzalez tonight, who's gone a perfect 2 for 2. Officially at the plate. Fly ball here. Midray Cummings will make the catch in right field. 1 out.
We talked last inning, Bob, about the comeback chances, and it was so big for Florida to get those first 2 outs of the inning.
Number 9.
The Red Sox had to try to do all their damage with 2 outs, so they tried. They got the 1 out of it.
1 out of it, and had Buddy Bell very nervous in the Tiger dugout with the bases loaded, but Tigers were able to get Garcia Parra to end the inning. But the Sox have 3 more outs left in the 9th. 1 ball, no strikes on Damian Easley. Slicing it right down the right field line, slicing foul. 1 strike on Easley. 1 ball, 1 strike to count now, the Tiger hitter. Seven runs, 13 hits for the visitors, 5 runs, 11 hits for the Sox. John Wasden is the 4th pitcher employed by Jimmy Williams tonight, following Pedro Martinez, Brian Schaus, and Jim Corsi. Easley breaks the bat. And Benjamin makes the play at second over to Mo Vaughn.
That ball deflected right off the glove, I think, of John Wasden. Looked like it was headed up the middle for a hit. And I think he changed direction to the baseball. Right there. Got right off the top of the glove. And then a nice 1 hop to Mike Benjamin, who gets you out at first base. So it's a 1-4-3 for the out.
Nice night for Andy Tomberlin. A couple of base hits and a walk. Hatteberg gives way to John Valentin. Much easier play for Valentin coming in from third base. It's a quick 1-2-3 top half the 9th. Fasten your seatbelts. We go to the bottom of the 9th at Fenway Park.
See if this grape represents your initial investment. This could be your return in 5 years. And in 10 years, if you diversify.
So, how many years will it take to get to this?
You'd be surprised at what you can get in the supermarket. Full-service banking 7 days a week. Citizens Bank, not your typical bank. At Select Star Markets.
Hey, don't work too late, kid. Thanks.
Slow-crafted Sam Adams. All in due time.
Bottom half of the 9th inning here at Fenway Park. The Sox start 2 runs down. They've got John Valentin, Mo Vaughn, and Reggie Jefferson coming up here against the Tiger closer, Todd Jones. Jones survived a heck of a scare in the 8th inning. Red Sox got 1 run. They had the bases loaded, 2 outs with Jones pitching to Nomar Garcia-Parra, but Jones able to get Nomar to force Mike Benjamin at second base to end the inning. But the Sox will send up the big hitters in the lineup here in the 9th. Sox have already won 8 games in their last at bat, twice as many as the next closest team. And this crowd here at Fenway staying right to the end tonight to see whether the Sox can do it for the 9th time, and we're still in the month of April. John Valentin to lead it off for the Sox. He has a double and 4 trips tonight. Takes a called strike.
You noticed our pinch runner running in from the bullpen, Steve Avery, coming in between innings, so I would guess that'd be for Mo Vaughn if he would have reached base.
Breaking ball fouled off by Valentin, quickly down in the count. 0-2 to Todd Jones.
Still a lot of weapons left for Jimmy Williams, right? He's got Wakefield run if he has to, and he's got Avery to pinch run.
Up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball, flagged down by Randa, makes a nice play. The throw across to Clark with a big stretch at first base to get Valentin. Nice play by Joe Randa, who's played well defensively at third for Detroit.
Well, did he ever make a nice play on this? And you know, defense has really struggled for the Tigers so far this season, but this is a terrific play. Takes extra bases, takes a double away from Valentin. Look how quick he gets to his feet and throws a strike to Clark. Excellent play by Randa.
1 out. Here's Bull Vaughn, already a couple of hits on the night. Big swing by Mo, 1 strike to count.
Yeah, we told you you'd see a lot of fastballs from Jones. That fastball clocked at 93 miles an hour.
That one sailed high out of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball. Vaughn hits it pretty well out to left field, right at the wall. It is going. It's off the wall. Just missed the home run. And instead of a home run, it's just a long single. Fly ball that just didn't have quite enough to reach the net. It was going, but it didn't go. It just went high off the wall out in left center field.
Mo must have watched this because he should have been on second base. So you see right there, falls behind home plate, then thought maybe it had a chance to go. And by the time he gets going, he can only have to stop at first with a single. Lost his balance at home plate and was actually going toward that third base dugout.
Here's Reggie Jefferson now for the Red Sox. Jefferson fouls 1 off the facing of the roof boxes. 1 strike on Reggie, who has a couple of hits tonight. Line drive, base hit, left field. Vaughn will check in at second base. Red Sox have 2 on with 1 out. And boy, that play at third base now by Randall looms large, doesn't it?
Well, Buddy Bell's got his guy in there. There's nobody warming up in the bullpen for him. Jones is his closer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please for the Red Sox. Now running for Jefferson at first base.
Damon Buford in to run for Reggie Jefferson. Troy O'Leary at the plate.
Yeah, that's where you want the speed right there because that is the potential tying run.
The left fielder, Troy O'Leary.
1 ball, no strikes on O'Leary. A double and an RBI in 4 trips. This crowd right at the edge of their seats or standing here at Fenway Park. Jones falls behind 2-0. Vaughn at second, Buford at first, 1 out, bottom of the 9th inning. Hot shot to short, could be 2. Cruz too easily back to Clark, and the Tigers have beaten the Red Sox here tonight at Fenway Park. The Sox made a run at him in the bottom half of the 8th and again in the bottom half of the 9th inning, but tonight the Tigers hold on, and they end the Red Sox winning streak at 7 games, and the Tigers have snapped their own 5-game losing streak. It wasn't easy, but Todd Jones got the door closed, and the Red Sox lose tonight by a score of 7-5. Citizens Bank presents the not your typical player of the game, and tonight's player of the game is a guy who did a heck of a job out of the bullpen for the Tigers. Bryce Flory picking up the starter, Frank Castillo, worked 4 1/3 innings and gave the Tigers a chance to win this one, which they did tonight. Player of the game has been brought to you by Citizens Bank, not your typical bank.
And the mobile extra mile play of the game, the 2-run home run by Brian Hunter, this coming in the 8th inning, and it's the difference in the ball game. 7-5 game, and that 2-run home run, a big one. That was number 3 on the season for Hunter. He had a great series here against the Red Sox. Mobile goes the extra mile for you.
Well, you know it had to end sooner or later. The Sox couldn't keep winning games in their last at bat, but boy, it was fun, and obviously a lot of games left to go. Almost tonight. Again, they made a run in the bottom of the 8th, another one in the bottom of the 9th, but the Tigers prevailed tonight. Detroit wins it by a score of 7-5. Stay tuned for Bob Rogers and more Red Sox baseball right after this.